All right, everybody, it's 3 o'clock. I'm going to call to order the October 15th, 2025 Pollyant Trailway Management Council meeting for October 15th, 2025. We all rise and pay respects to the flag, and then we'll have an invocation by Vice Chair Brakefield. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We thank you, Lord, for the opportunity for us to meet today. Thank you for the council, volunteers, management, and especially the trail on this chilly time of the season. Please be with us as we discuss business of the trail peacefully and kindly in the best interest of the trail and its users. Please cover the citizens of Israel and Gaza with a peace-treated long time coming. Jesus, we pray all of this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Okay, Secretary McDonald, will you please call the roll?
Roll call for the October 15th, 2025 Pollyant Trail Management Council. Mr. Brakefield.
Here.
McDonald, here. Pfeiffer.
Here.
Watley.
Here.
Wright.
Here.
Colvin.
Here.
Moore.
Here.
Kemp. We have a quorum, but no one from Oxford Village.
Okay, very, very good. Okay, with that, we'll move on our agenda. First item of business is approval of the agenda. Anything to add to the agenda? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll second it. You'll make it.
Okay, motion by Councilor Wiley, second by Vice Chair Brakefield. Approve the agenda as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That motion carries. On to consent agenda. We have the August 20 meeting minutes, bills to be approved for August and September, financial reports for August and September, and the trail manager report for September 2025. Any questions on the bills, reports? Okay, hearing none, we'll entertain a motion for approval. We'll do a roll call vote. Secretary McDonald.
Is this for,
The consent agenda. Reducing the motion in second.
okay.
I move to approve the consent agenda to include the August 20, 2025 meeting minutes, the August 2025 bills to be paid in the amount of $4,019.70, the September 2025 bills to be paid in the amount of $22,977.25, receive and file the financial reports for July 2025 and August 2025, and receive and file the trail manager's report for September 2025.
I'll second that.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilor Colvin, second by Councilor Moore to approve the consent agenda. Any further questions on the consent agenda? Hearing none, we'll do the roll call vote, please.
Brakefield.
Yes.
McDonald, yes. Pfeiffer.
Yes.
Watley.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Colvin.
Yes.
Moore.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, very good. Very good. We'll move on to public comment. Any public would like to speak? Okay, we'll move on to citizen report. Kevin, anything to report?
I do not have a
No report on that. Okay, moving on to unfinished business. First one I put on the agenda is our Pollyant Trail future projects priorities. As you recall, council, we had a committee of Secretary McDonald, Councilor Wiley, and Trail Manager Moran put together some priorities that we'd like to see accomplished in the future. So what I wanted to do is go over those to see if the council wants to pursue another project going forward. So, out of these projects, I'm just gonna open the floor up to see what you feel you want to do, if anything of these. I haven't heard back from Chris Ward or Melissa Prowse on these. We sent that out, that letter went out in August, like our last meeting after that. Haven't heard back on those. I do know that we talked about doing trail mat signage in the past. We chose to hold off on that until hearing back from the county, so, I don't know if we're gonna hear from the county or not anytime soon. So, I mean, I have not made contact, so, I'm at a loss to give you an answer on that. Trail Manager Moran,
I do have a pop-up.
is that mic on at the podium?
It can be, if you push the button, would it turn green?
Okay, there we go. I do have a potential donor who's willing to donate the funds needed to redo all of our map signs.
Map signs?
All over the trail, and all our directional signing and everything. So his only request is he wants one of the old maps in good condition to add to his collection. So that's it.
You
So,
know, how many do we need again? 12
well, probably a couple more. I mean, he's.
for reserve?
Yeah, just have them reserved. There's a couple of spots, we really don't have enough in Orion, so I'd like to get a couple more down in Orion. And then directional signage by the golf course and things like that.
I want one of these here, we put on fall vegetation mowing on that. That's gonna be taken care of by one of our consultants, right?
We're hoping, we're going to be out tomorrow, actually. One of our volunteers stepped forward, we bought a new piece of equipment, we don't know if it's gonna work or not, so we're gonna go out and do a little test run on it. If it works, it's gonna work better than any project program we've ever had before, just because of the design. It's specifically designed for exactly what we need. But if it does work, we're gonna have to talk about some kind of compensation for him, because he is volunteering, and I don't want him to use all, volunteering is one thing, doing this is labor. So I don't want him to feel like he's being taken advantage of just because he's willing to help us out. You know, I mean, I would use Mike's used to it.
Counselor Pfeiffer.
Have you asked him how much he wants, or
We're
what?
gonna figure it out tomorrow. First, we have to see if it works. If it works, we're gonna see how long it takes us to do a mile. How does it work? How quickly can it be done? How efficiently can it be done? What is the actual time and materials we're gonna need? Is it gonna, you know, how much gas is it gonna take, that sort of thing. So we can extrapolate from what we do tomorrow, how much it's actually gonna cost him out of pocket. Just like Bob, he has no problem volunteering his time, but expendables are a completely different thing.
As they should be, yeah, no, I think that's good. And the estimated cost that's in here, 40,000, is from previous,
What was 40,000 for?
Whatever.
for fall vegetation cut and fall
I
mowing.
think we did that for 40,000. I think in previous
Yes.
years, we've done like 15, 22 for fall vegetation cutting. So it's gonna be significantly less than that, but I don't know, I don't have a number on it yet.
Right,
We're gonna
right.
find out tomorrow if it works.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Or well, you know, our fund balance started all that, and stuff down, about $260,000 to begin the year. But a portion of that is ARPA funding, correct?
Correct. And I've been spending that on trail rehabilitation, some culvert repairs, that sort of thing. So we're working to the end of the ARPA money that I was allotted. LJ Construction was out last Friday and Monday. They did some grading and some rolling in Madison Township. So once I get those numbers, I'll put those on our spreadsheet and we'll know exactly where we're at.
Yeah, because of the.
I will have some money left.
All right, and then we have some monies in reserve for White Sullivan as well.
Wade Sullivan and Justin Schilling's Memorial Garden, and Justin Schilling Garden, we have some monies left for that. I do believe that's about all we have separated from our fund.
Is the Wilson grant still active, or do we lose that?
We need to discuss that further. Well, hoping it's still there.
Still there, okay. But that would be where we do the work and get reimbursed.
Correct. We haven't actually received any funding.
Okay.
It's just on a paper schedule somewhere.
Okay. All right.
Curtis, I've got a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Since we're not working November, Bob's gonna go out tomorrow and cut?
Scott.
Scott?
Scott's
Bob.
involved with this.
Okay, Scott's going tomorrow to cut. He's gonna do a mile. It works beautiful.
Right,
Then he'll figure out a rate.
right.
Will he be cutting before December?
Yes, hopefully.
Okay, so we need to figure out something
Right.
tonight because we're off
Right.
until December. And they're gonna be cutting, he's gonna be cutting sometime between now and December.
Right.
You say we're off in November, I don't, what do you
Are
mean?
we off in November? Let's see, I think on.
Oh, you mean as far as a meeting?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we're not meeting till
Make a
December.
vote, to make a vote on his rate, what to pay him.
A not to exceed, perhaps, amount?
That would be fine. And then if it does, if we run into a situation where it may possibly exceed it, we just wait. You know, we'll get a few days, a good days in December that, you know, maybe we can get out there.
You have a couple gauges. You've got Bob Brooks, who do that work, and then you have,
Dave Vandenberg, it will not be $1,700 a day.
yeah,
I can pretty much guarantee that. It's a completely different type of machine. It's a completely different type of cutting machine. It's specifically designed to cut the soft vegetation that we have out there. We've gotten rid of the hard stuff. We're going for the soft stuff on the sides now. The ditches on the sides. The tree work is pretty much done out there. So,
is he looking for like a flat rate, daily rate, or is he looking for hourly rate, or you don't know?
flat rate, I would say. I
Looking
have
for a
suggested
flat rate?
Yeah.
Okay,
So if we don't exceed, say, I think last year we paid Dave Vandenberg 17,000, was it 17,000?
$1,700 a day.
Yeah, times
for
10
6
days
days.
was 17,000. If we don't exceed 10,000,
6 days or 10 days, she said 10, that'd be
I mean,
17,000.
17,000
We
is
could give him
10.
2 to start. What do you think?
Based on,
What do you think? Go ahead.
based on your experience with these other folks and what you know about this gentleman, I mean, we're shooting in the dark, so we want to make sure we give you enough to be able to, and it sounds like he's of the mindset that if we do shoot too short, that we could make that up at the next meeting, without hurting him. But based on your experience, your knowledge of this gentleman, could you make a recommendation to this board as to the amount of not to exceed to approve?
I would say less than $10,000 to get the whole trail done.
We're just going on a trial basis though
We're
here.
going on a trial basis. And
Let's
if it
do the
doesn't,
mile first.
Well, but if we wanted to be, if he's gonna do it before our next meeting,
Yeah.
and because we paid 17,000 the last time, I would be comfortable making a motion of a not to exceed with the guidance and oversee of, our wonderful trail manager, Miss Linda Moran, of $10,000, because that's still a substantial savings.
You need to have Curtis approve the check, give him the authority to pay it.
And give Curtis the authority to pay said money when it becomes due.
now, he's a very top-notch sort of fella. I mean, he's been out all summer with me. He brings his own, zero-turn mower out there, and he's been mowing the entire trail all summer long.
Yeah.
And I've just been paying his gas. So, I mean, I would, $10,000 would probably more than cover it.
What are we getting for our
I
money?
don't know, Curtis. I'm not gonna authorize it if tomorrow we go out there and we try this and it's a disaster. So if it doesn't work up to my expectations, we're not going forward with it. We're gonna have to figure out something else. But if it
That's part of
works,
the motion. It's
yeah.
up to you to decide.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not gonna do anything out there that's gonna,
What is it?
what is it? It is a vertical and it's a ditch mower.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes up, and it goes flat, and it goes down the ditch. So he can run it along the ditch, it's got an articulating arm, and he can cut it like we want, only it's a smaller size. So instead of going in there and cutting these saplings off that we don't want to do, because they're off the trail far enough, this is just taking that soft, or the smaller stuff that we have, the Phragmites, the autumnala, the buckthorn, it's taking it right down. It can cut as low as 3 inches off the ground. So I'm really excited about it.
How far off the trail is this gonna work?
Probably we can take it
4 feet each side?
Yeah, but it can get into areas because it's smaller than what Dave can get in there, because Dave has the big thing. This one is smaller, so it can get in between these trees.
It's a little bitty John Deere.
This is, not the exploding cigar cut?
This is correct. This is
Okay.
correct.
Now we'll second Matt's motion.
So, I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we'll try something else. But he's been using it. He has quite a few acres where he lives out in Oxford Township, and he has been cutting the Phragmites, the buckthorn, and the autumn olive along his personal ATV trails that he has. He said it's the best thing he's ever used. So, and I've seen pictures of it, and it's like, it goes as close as 3 inches from the ground. It's like mowing the brush. I'm so excited.
She is.
Listen, you'll hear me screaming with joy tomorrow afternoon if it works. You have no idea.
I'm excited. I don't know about you
You
guys.
gotta come. I'm so excited. So, John and I we're gonna be watching the trail as he goes. I'll be behind, he'll be in front, we'll be blowing the trail off of any debris. that happens along the trail. We should be rocking and rolling tomorrow, 9 a.m., Boardman Road, be there.
Does he have insurance?
No,
He doesn't have insurance. Okay.
the trail has insurance. He is looking into it, and what I talked to him about is if this works, and he's hired in, like we've hired, 1099 everybody, he has to have insurance, and he is looking at being, getting his own tax ID number, and becoming his own contractor, just like I have, his own insurance. But right now, he would be covered under the trail insurance.
You covered under the trail insurance.
Yeah.
That's confirmed through Keith Potter?
He
Yes.
would be
Yes. it-
volunteering his
yes, it
time.
has, or yes, you're gonna find out.
He's volunteering his time. And if,
The guy's a volunteer.
volunteer,
Volunteer. So we don't pay him anything
no, we're just paying for the equipment.
until he gets insurance.
That's right, we're paying for the equipment. So we're gonna try it.
That's where we're paying him. Paying for the
We're
equipment.
not paying him anything tomorrow, but if you guys agree to give me up to $10,000, he can't use that money, he can't go any further than our trial until he has insurance and until he has, a tax ID.
So you're gonna be with him tomorrow. And you're gonna say, hey, you got up to $10,000 from the Pollyant Trail Council. Is that what you're gonna do?
No, I am not.
No, you're just gonna, you're gonna treat it as if this never happened until it happens.
Well, they could be watching right now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we are public.
No.
I know that.
Is he in the crowd?
But
But, no.
it's almost like a blank check. Here's your money.
Well, no, because I don't know. He's not gonna rip us off. He's one of the, we're gonna cipher out a price,
All right.
and we're gonna negotiate a price.
This is, I don't look at this as a blank check because we have the trail manager of all trail, of all trail managers as our manager. She knows what our expectations are, and I look at this as an opportunity to potentially save the trail a lot of money. But yes, he who says the first price loses. So you could just let him know that, you need to let him tell us what he thinks it's gonna cost.
Yeah.
And then you need to beat him down a little bit. And that, no, I'm just kidding.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
I'm very skilled at being.
I have no doubt. I would not want to be on the other side of you.
I can testify to that.
So can Mike. No, so basically, I've talked to him at length about this, and, he said, well, I'll just come out and do it. And I said, no, you know what? Volunteering is one thing, work is another thing. And I said, you've got to have insurance, and you have to have, you've got to be, a C Corp or an S Corp or something. You have to protect yourself with liability. I mean, that's what I have, because I'd have to protect myself with liability. So that's why John and I will both be out there, we're gonna be watching the trail. If it doesn't work, we're done. And we got whatever we did done, and that's his gift to us. If it works and we decide to move forward with it, then we gotta sit down. How much is it gonna cost per mile? How much is it gonna cost per day? What is our expectations? You have to have insurance, you're going to be like a 1099 employee. We're gonna 1099 you, just like we do Dave Vandenberger or Pete Lawrence or anybody.
So suppose it doesn't work, then where do we go?
I don't know yet,
Don't know yet. Okay.
but
All right. So Secretary McDonald.
I heard a motion by Counselor Pfeiffer to authorize the chair to pay a contracted flat rate to be determined for trail edge maintenance approved by the chair not to exceed $10,000 and subject to tax ID and insurance with the Pollyant Trail and MDNR as named insured.
That's exactly how I said it. That was an
I can't
exact,
believe it, he was right,
Yeah,
that's exactly word
impressive.
for word.
And Mr. Breakfield's seconded his motion.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Any further discussion on this? If not, we'll have a roll call. Secretary McDonald.
Mr. Pfeiffer,
yes.
Mr. Watley,
Yes.
Mr. Wright,
Yes.
Ms. Colvin,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
McDonald, Mr. Breakfield,
Yes.
and McDonald, yes. All in favor.
Okay, that works out. So you got your wish for tomorrow, Linda.
we're gonna see what happens.
All right.
I'll video it.
All right.
I'll send it all to you. It's gonna be good.
So I don't know, is there anything else the council wants to address on this list?
Yeah.
Councilor Wiley?
I mean, I think I originally said let's hold off on the signage until we heard back from Oakland County, but Linda's obviously chomping at the bit to get these signs done, and she has a donor. So let's just do it then and get it
If I
done.
get the funding, we're just in preliminary discussions, so nothing's gonna happen until next year.
Oh.
So if Oakland County steps up and pays for signs or whatever, he's willing to do anything else we need.
Gotcha.
Like, he's got 10 grand that has our name on it for whatever projects we'd like to do.
Oh, he just approved 10 grand.
Well, like some jackets, you know.
Well, he'd like something substantial, he'd like, something meaningful.
Why are we waiting until 2026? Is it tax purposes or
For
something?
tax purposes, yeah. He's got some tax things that he has to work out, it's gonna be a 2026
Okay.
donation. And if Parks and Rec, Oakland County doesn't step forward with some funding, then we gotta have a backup plan. So I'm hoping that maybe they'll come through. Fingers
No,
crossed
so-
or something.
So I guess we'll hold tight and
Yeah.
keep the king a little farther.
And if-
Secretary McDonald?
I just have a question, that maybe this is better directed to the chair. Are you asking us to kind of prioritize our,
No,
our
no.
list here?
This list, as
or-
far as I know, was prioritized when it was sent out, and
Well, we'd
and,
like it all, but I guess that's what I'm getting at. It'd be nice to get it all, but we're already whittling away at it, so.
I think
I
you're,
wanted to understand.
I'd say, you take the ARPA monies out of our fund balance, you got about $70,000 now, it'd be 60,000, if it goes through with, Linda's plan there.
Okay.
So, I guess, seeing Kristen's here, we've been kicking this master plan around quite a bit without your presence. And it's just the idea that we hear that, the master plan purpose is basically to secure grants. You don't necessarily need to have one in place, and correct me if I'm wrong, council, but, the idea is that we aren't gonna be pursuing any more grants, so we're not really pursuing to do another master plan at this time. So, can you set the record straight for us, what we need to do with a master plan? I mean, are we gonna be up against the gun like we were last time without your help, and you helped us to get to the last one?
Yeah, so for the 5-year Park and Recreation Master Plan, for this instance, it would be the Trailway Master Plan. The DNR requires, those to be in place in order to qualify for any of the DNR grants.
Okay.
So those would be like trust fund, land and water conservation fund, those
Right.
types of grants. So, I know yours has, or is about to expire.
Yeah, 2030.
I think.
2025.
The year here. But we do have an opportunity to conduct some public engagement with another project that I was hoping to tell you about at some point, but I don't know if now's the right time on the agenda. But I think we could certainly conduct the public engagement and do some of the updates and have it ready to go possibly in 2026.
2026, like January or,
No,
no? Okay.
it would be probably at the end of the year. We
Okay.
would Submit it for 2027. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do the process? What do you want us to do?
Yeah, so for the master plan, we definitely want to do the public engagement. And I believe in the past, we held a few of the town hall type sessions where we had folks come in from the communities, participate in some of the interactive activities, and we asked different questions of them that we use to inform the goals and objectives within the master plan. So we could probably do an update, but I would say first and foremost, the public engagement is the big piece for that.
I know Linda put a lot of time into putting like a time frame in, because we're trying to get this master plan in place for 2026 to start out, and we pulled back from that. And so if you're doing the engagements, would you do this like in April, June?
I can certainly work with you to put the timeline together and have it in place for you and come back at a future council meeting and just put the proposal
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, because we really appreciate your help in getting this stuff on track for us. Maybe what we can do is Linda and I and you can get together. We can show you what our time frame was and just change the dates and the timeframes on them.
Yeah.
And then get back on track and go from there. So,
I like that.
anything else, council, for master planning on that? It would seem like, you know, that, I know there's a priority list in there, like a 4-pager. We've accomplished quite a bit. I should say Linda's accomplished quite a bit on those, so we should be able to streamline that and use a lot of the demographics too that may not have changed a lot on that.
Yep, I'd be happy to meet with you and kind
We
of
hope
talk through
so.
the process.
Yeah. I appreciate your help as well. Anything else for Kristen?
I think she's biting the bullet to tell us
Yeah,
about this new
she really
project. You just want
that
to
go to
tell
new
us so
business?
bad.
Probably not ready on the agenda yet. I'll
See?
wait.
All right.
I can see it in her face, like, I want to tell them real bad.
Well, again, on that. Okay, last call on the projects. We're gonna hold off on the signs, we're gonna go with the mowing, potentially. Tomorrow, master planning, that's the three of us, we'll get together on that, Linda, myself, and Kristen. And other than that, we'll keep this in the back burner, I guess, if something comes up. Anything new on the Leonard Mill?
Right now, I'm doing a little research going backwards and looking at a few things and options we have going forward to get to where we need to be for the trail and the village going forward.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
What's the financial shortfall, or something like that? $250,000? I mean, is it
I
more than
would
that?
say every bit of that.
That's too bad, because that'd be quite a jump for the whole community. You know, if we were,
Yeah, the community's excited about it. They want something done with that. It's the best opportunity right now that we're looking at to get something done with that mill going forward for the future.
okay, we're gonna move on to Levi's Link Park update. I wanted to put this on, council, to give you an idea what's going on there. And I had our council draft a letter to give you an idea of where that stands. I figured that would be powerful coming from them, because we did have a Zoom meeting with all parties in there, Oxford Township attorney, with our attorney, and with the DNR on the process here. So the bottom line is that the Pelican Trail has to amend their lease with the MDNR. Once that lease is amended, then the MDNR can lease the property for the proposed park to Oxford Township. So until we hear back from the MDNR, there's not much else to report on that subject. But it's amazing the amount of things that have to happen just to put a park in this case. And I know that it'll be a good thing for the community of Oxford. The trail as well. I know there might be some bugs to work out parking wise and things like that, but until then, that's where the project is at. Secretary McDonald.
Yeah, it's me again. It seems to me that as a board, we could endorse or recommend to the DNR that we're in favor of that lease adjustment, so that Oxford has an indication that we're not gonna be a roadblock. We've already said they could use our property. This is making it probably from a liability point of view, a better arrangement than them just using it. And we can recommend that the DNR move forward with this. I think they're gonna touch back with us regardless, whether we do something today, but I think this will maybe formalize. I'm suggesting that it might formalize the process.
Well,
You know-
the meeting we had, Sage Hager was involved with that, so she's well aware of it as far as that goes. And she's been very proactive in supporting the trail, since we've been changing some management up in Lansing. But I think they're aware of it. I guess maybe there could be an update, maybe communication. Linda, you're really not involved too much, or maybe the Sage, maybe that might be the conduit to find out what's going on.
If I could continue, just,
Sure, go ahead.
when I read this letter, it says that we are waiting for the MDNR, but we could wait a long time if we don't suggest to them that that's what we want to do. I mean, I think it's more finite to approve, say we want to move forward with this and let's proceed in that direction. Or does Sage only need word of mouth to start it? I mean, has it actually been started where they would be doing the drafting?
They are starting the process. They're looking at it. It cannot hurt to send them a letter saying, hey, we like this idea, we're in favor of it, because we are the leaseholders. I mean, we are the
Right.
people that are really being directly affected by this request. If we send a letter and basically said, we think it's a great idea, we have no problem with this lease adjustment, it can't hurt. I don't know who's got this on their desk, if it's Lori Green or one of the other ladies or gentlemen that take care of this. I mean, there's a couple of different people that are in leasing. I know Lori Green is one that I've worked with a lot with our leases and things like that. So it really can't hurt. And we could address it to Sage and she could send it to whomever has the paperwork basically on the desk.
So so in the letter you wanted to say that the Pollyant Trail
Yeah.
reiterates that we are in favor of this park and would like to have this lease agreement, maybe expedited isn't the word, but I want to get this
We're willing to
lease
work with you in
agreement
any way
worked out
we
and
can.
agreed on as soon as possible.
It can't hurt. I mean, really, it can't hurt. So.
I'll make a motion to direct the chair to write the letter that shows the board's approval of this project going forward.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion by Counselor Pfeiffer, second by Vice Chair Brakefield to authorize, direct the chair to write a letter to the MDNR regarding the park.
If the chair wants help, I'll offer my ChatGPT.
Is that in the motion?
We'll leave it off. That's personal.
It
though.
could be.
Just have it write the motion.
Well, we'll see what he rereads. I'm sure the motion's gonna be a lot better than what I said.
Whatever you said is going in the minutes.
Yeah, that's,
If Mike is gonna write it, it's-
Mike writes it.
All right, got a motion by
Counselor Pfeiffer, second by Mr. Brakefield, to authorize the chair to write the MDNR, the approval of the Pollyant Trail Management Council for the proposed or pending lease agreement with Oxford Township. Does that cover it?
covers it for me.
Okay.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, the motion carries. Get that letter out. Okay, that concludes the unfinished business. There's no new business.
Oh, no, that's public.
And
It's-
Just ignore it.
now we're gonna go to public comment. Unless I missed something.
You listen.
no public?
Oh, there's no new business.
There's no public up there, is it? Oh, no.
The agenda was approved. It's presented. You can do it under your council comments. So, you want to do it under public comment right now?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You only have 3 minutes.
Okay, well, I need 6. First, I would like everybody to welcome Rebecca Knoll to the Pollyant Trailway Group. She is my intern. You may notice the last name Knoll. Her father is Mr. Knoll, who used to sit on our lovely council. She is going to school, and she is now our social media health and fitness coordinator for her school. And she is doing a bang-up job on her social media. I hope you're all subscribed. We're gonna be working on some get out there and get fit tips and some, show us your animal pet walk of the week on Fridays. We're doing a lot of really cool things out there, and she is phenomenal. I love these young kids because they know social media and I know nothing. So that's, so Rebecca, yay! She's awesome. So John is, missed off the council, but we have her done. So Yes, we're good.
Yay.
Something that came to light real quick, that on Monday, the DNR was working with AT&T on some fiber optic cables in the village of Leonard. Bill and I have been working, trying to get some permits for Cooper Standard, who's been a big supporter of the trail for many years. They just got approved on Monday, so that project will be going on here in the next probably few weeks. It's kind of out of our hands right now. The DNR's approved it, and AT&T is going to take over the work. What it entails exactly, we'll find out as we move along. It'll probably be springtime.
When I went out there and I examined the area, they've already got a drop line at the pole they're gonna use, that line. So they're only gonna bore from that pole over to the parking lot where the box is for that. So it's gonna be a short thing. But they wanna put their equipment on the trail.
So once they do that, we'll block it off, and, folks will have to have a little detour. But that just came to light on Monday. They just got approval on that. So just to keep everybody aware of what's going on up in Leonard. So that's pretty much it. So everything else is, normal encroachments and legal dumping. That's fine. So that's it. 3 minutes. How was I, good?
Good.
Just
I wonder if the council could extend an invitation to our guest, Kristen, to update us on the matter she obliquely referred to.
Oh, okay. I thought she was gonna keep it secret. But,
It's got.
Yeah, no, I can't stand a
It's
secret.
got, she looks
I
like
thought
the
it was
cat
premature.
sleep with
Yeah.
Larry.
All right. Yes, go
Thank you,
ahead.
thank
Thank
you.
you, Council. Kristen Milfing with Oakland County, the Economic Development Department. If you may recall, the council provided a letter of support for the Michigan Health Endowment Grant. So that would do the preliminary engineering and the design work for both the Oakland County strategy and the Lapeer County piece. I'm happy to say that that grant was funded.
Oh,
So
Right.
I'm
That's
very excited.
really great news.
Yep, so we just received word on that. The DNR was the applicant on that, so Matt Lincoln with the DNR and Sage Hagdahl were very instrumental in helping to put that grant application together. So I hope to be back in front of council, hopefully at the December meeting, with a little bit more details. We'll hope to have a kickoff meeting for that project this year yet. So, but part of that, a big part of that is the public engagement. So I think we could probably couple that project with the master plan project, because we'll be doing a lot of inventory work along the trail for the health endowment grant, which we can then use for the master plan. So,
Nice.
2 birds, 1 stone.
That's awesome.
And another big piece of that, we'll be looking at the health metrics, because we want to make sure that we're addressing some of the social determinants of health and some of the chronic diseases in both Oakland and Lapeer counties. So that'll be a big piece of that grant as well. But McLaren Lapeer Hospital is one of our partners on that project, and then folks up in Pollyant Trail, Lapeer County as well. So we're excited to announce that to everybody, if you haven't heard.
Yeah, we haven't heard. I haven't heard.
That's
You guys
great.
Hear that?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Breaking news. That's awesome.
Yeah, so there, if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them, and if not, I can tell you another bit of news.
Hey, keep it going. You're on a roll.
Well, I had the opportunity to tour the Oakland County Emergency Operations Center. So they take some of the calls for 911 operations within the county. I believe there's a couple different phone centers, depending on the location within the county. But I've been working with Captain Miles, and she's very interested in obtaining some of our park and trail data, so that they can implement that within their 911 dispatch software. So if somebody calls right now and they say, hey, I'm on the Pollyant Trail and I'm at mile marker 4, they have no idea where that is. They don't have a clue. But if we could somehow get them the point data within the mapping software, which I think we can certainly accomplish again, as we're out doing the work for the Michigan Health Endowment Grant, we can be collecting some of that GIS data and provide it back. So we have a Trail Water Land Alliance meeting on Monday, November 17th. So I'll be sending those agendas out soon, but we'll be facilitating a discussion as part of that meeting. So just kind of think through that a little bit and kind of keep that in the back of your mind as we step through this process. But anything we can do to reduce response times and increase safety on the trail, I think is a great opportunity. And it's the next evolution in trail management for sure, so.
Do you want that information before your meeting on the 17th?
Nope, we're gonna have a facilitated discussion, and
Okay.
our IT department at Oakland County is also going to participate in that. So, just maybe if Trail Manager Moran can join us, I know she's well-versed, and I'll be there. I think we'd have some good comments to make for that particular session, so. I hope I'm under my 3 minutes.
Well, I'll give you.
You get as much,
Yeah.
yeah.
Take all the time you need.
You get bonus time.
So we're also kicking off our materials management plan for Oakland County, so that's a requirement by the state. But think of ways that we can make your recycle bin bigger than your garbage can. That's the intent of the plan. And it will replace the county's solid waste plan. But we're trying to reuse those materials over and over and over again before we send it to a landfill. So you'll hopefully be seeing a little bit more, because we're interested to see how that process will work with parks and trails. Maybe there's an opportunity. I know I see a ton of water bottles, the plastic water bottles. I know we get tires all the time out on the trail. So are there ways that we can increase the circular economy and recycle some of those materials rather than just sending it to the landfill? So more to come, but all of your communities are going to be pulled into that at some point. So just a heads up. Okay, my 3 minutes is over.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I guess with that, we'll go to council member comments, and we'll start with Councilor Colvin.
Oh, to say great work, everyone. This is really great news, so thank you. Thank you very much.
Councilor Pfeiffer.
Ditto. I walk parts of the trail very regularly, and I tend to be a talker. I don't know if any of you picked up on that. So I've talked to a lot of other walkers on the trail over the last couple of months, and really positive feedback from people who are utilizing the trail, and people of all stripes. It's very cool. People who see me because I walk on the trail so much, and then I'll see them out in the other community or at our meetings, or I do the food truck on Mondays, and I've had people say, "Hey, I'll see you on the trail." I didn't even realize there were people I've seen, but just had some really nice chats with people who really appreciate the trail. Therefore, I think the work that Ms. Moran and the team do, as well as his council. Also, want to mention that in terms of safety and on the trail, as you mentioned, your tour. Couple of advancements that we've made at the township, or in the process of making. We have added a side-by-side vehicle for our substation, which we believe is going to be a great asset, especially for trails and parks, for response. For those of you who aren't aware, we also have multiple fire boats, and one is portable blow up. So if there's ponds or there's issues there, we are going to be capable of responding to those. And then we just voted to approve a drone for Oakland County Sheriff drone that will be parked on the roof of our township hall, that will be able to be dispatched in an emergency within seconds. And it will be controlled by Oakland County Sheriff's Department out of Waterford. But just another enhancement for our community for safety. And I think all of those point to the trails, and we have so much recreation area in our community that it's important that we're able to help people that might have trouble. So I think in line with what you're describing, and then the resources that we've put in place, I think we're going to be better than ever able to respond to anything that might arise along our trails, to make sure it's not only the amazing amenity that we all enjoy, but also an extremely safe amenity, because we're going to be ready to help when something goes down. So that's it. Just really digging the trail. I don't know if you ever see there's the people who put the tomatoes and vegetables out on the bench out there. I've been taking advantage of those and found out who the farmer is, met the people who know them, and that's all organic and stuff. So many great things that happen along our trail, so many good connections, and thankful to be a part of it. So that's it.
Very nice. Secretary McDonald.
I don't have the words. I mean, the progress tonight has been it's been a great meeting. Thank you.
Same
Vice Chair
as Mike.
Brakefield.
Same as Mike. Good job, everybody right there.
Same as everybody. Yeah, good job. Exciting to see the assessment done on the whole pathway. So great job. October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So make sure you go get checked out. 1 in 8 women are diagnosed with breast cancer. 1 in 43 die from it. That's it.
Councilor Moore.
And I lost 2 sisters to that dreaded disease, so like it hurts the whole family when that happens. Also, it is more informative, and you're not gonna like this, you're not gonna wanna hear this, but we have motorbikes now, electric motorbikes out on the trail through our village. So we kicked a few of them out of there. I told them if they come back, what they're doing is illegal, and we're just gonna have to start calling the police. We're not talking about the pedal ones, we're talking about ones with the bigger motors and the foot pegs. So,
Motors, you mean motorized or electric motor?
electric motors. But they're bigger bikes, they've got a bigger motor. They're go-fast bikes, they're not for 20 miles an hour, they go much faster than that, up to 40, up to 45. So I don't know if they're gonna be back, I haven't seen them, I think they were kids, they were teenagers, so hopefully they got the message and they won't be back out there, but it's a problem for the trail, I can see that now, it's gonna end up everywhere probably.
Kevin, any comment?
Just a comment, we've been talking about the master plan, and if we proceed with that, but the necessity to have public hearings, and I know last time we could have done better with attendance. I think we have a couple of resources now with the Great Lakes Athletic Club available to us, perhaps. And also, I get information from Oxford Township Senior Citizens, and they have a coffee clutch, and she has topics. I don't know if it's every month, how often that happens. That would be a good topic when the time comes to, capture those people that we might not ordinarily be able to get. So, might be a couple resources for us as we're looking to draw more people in for information, feedback.
Great ideas.
Okay, Linda, go ahead, and then I'll wrap up.
All right. Well, there was Bill inside. To kind of shoot off from what Bill had to say, we are having a terrible problem with e-bikes, motorboards, scooters, Amazon trucks, you run the gamut. Here in Addison Township, there was an accident, not on the trail, but on Lake George, where a young person almost lost their life and possibly, I haven't heard the outcome, lost a leg. It was touch and go for a while, so we don't know. They were screwing around on these e-bikes. The Village of Oxford, last week and a half ago, caught a kid on an e-bike doing 45 miles an hour doing wheelies down M24. He made a break for it and headed down the trail. They caught him on the trail. The kid was 16, was not supposed to have this, wasn't even his piece of equipment, they impounded it, and he is charged with eluding, reckless driving, the whole thing. He didn't even have a driver's license. So they're arresting that. I did basically throw myself on the mercy of the DNR, and they have had DNR officers out there. So they have ticketed people, they have written warnings. He was out one Saturday, he wrote 1 ticket and 20 warnings in just a very short period of time. This is becoming a large problem. It's not the folks that are out with their little bikes pedaling around. It's the kids out there doing donuts. I've had to take the drag out there, and I can't tell you how many hundreds of pounds of gravel out there to repair the stuff we've already fixed, because they were lighting it up, doing burnouts, and they're doing like little crop circles everywhere. It's really causing damage. I'm afraid horses are going to step in it. Somebody's going to get hurt out there because of the damage they're causing. I mean, I'm out there every day. I was filling holes today. You can't get them all every day, all the time. There's 1,000 for everyone to meet. And these e-bikes are really becoming a problem.
But hasn't the patrol stepped up and assisted
Patrol
to
stepped
squash
up.
this a little bit?
Yeah, Oxford Township Orion Township, we really need to push on Oxford Township. They distance themselves from the trail because it's not right there. It's out a little further. The Village of Oxford, they're Johnny on the spot. Addison Township, the Johnny on the spot. Orion Township, Keith is fantastic, and he's got a side-by-side now. The DNR spectrum, we need to all work together. Yeah, we all need to work together as a collective group, because somebody's gonna die. We almost had one kid die. And he wasn't on the trail, he was on Lake George Road, but I had had confrontations with this kid before on the trail about his e-bike. So he was headed to the trail. I'm just, it's.
Okay, all right, we got
Anyway,
the
that's
message.
it, that's my 3 minutes.
Got the message.
I'll stop whining.
All right, Rebecca, welcome to you. Do you want to say anything to the council? Appreciate your help and all that.
And I am just really enjoying this opportunity to help promote the Pollyant Trail and all things health and wellness on Facebook. Our engagement is up 49% over the last month. And yeah, I'm just hoping to, promote everyone and get more involvement in the community. Thank you.
Thank you for your time and helping us out as well.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Yeah. Kristen, as always, thank you for your efforts and pleasant news to us for the gift that we see forthcoming. And I guess I was thinking it's going to be a shorter meeting, but it was extended for good reasons
Yeah.
on that. So
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
I'm just looking for reinforcement. So other than that, I'll entertain the motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, a motion by Vice Chair Brightfield, and second by Councilor Wiley to adjourn the meeting at 3:52 PM. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That motion carries. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.